Welcome to Friday Night Magic, hosted by Good Games Miranda. This is round 4, and I'm Aussie Dranza. On the left, we have Sean playing Jund Planeswalkers, and on the right, we have Matt playing Junk Midrange. So, pretty good match here. I believe this may have been round 4. Could have been round 3. I did lose one of the episodes. I apologize for that, but bit of a technical difficulty. Still getting used to everything, so hopefully that doesn't happen again. We see that Sean is off with an Elvish Mystic. I have sped this episode up. It went for about 35 minutes, and it's about 10:30 on a Thursday night, and I gotta get this episode done. So we've got the speed up going. Let me know in the comments how you feel about the speed up, because if you prefer to just see the game in its full entirety, I'm happy to put that up as well. But if you enjoy it this way, where you get that nice bite-sized action of Magic, a little bit easier to watch it, watch a couple episodes during a lunchtime or something, let me know. But currently we've got a Course of Crufix for Sean, and we have Sylvan Keratid for Matt. But looks like that Course is going to be killed by Golgari Charm. So there's Chandra Pyromaster on top of Sean's deck, and he does have the mana to play that when he draws it next turn. Let's see what Matt can do in preparation. Now this has been sped up 1.7 times the normal speed, so that was 10 minutes there. Just kidding. It wasn't 10 minutes, but it was a long time. We have Obsidat, and I do have that to bring up for you. So, cool little feature I've got going. You can take a look at the card, just so we're fully aware of what's going on. And I've got a little thing for that too. Xenagos. So yeah, the Planeswalkers are a little bit harder to read because they've got a bit more text on them. But, and we have a Banishing Light dealing with the Xenagos. So, I'll take down Obsidat and leave Xenagos for the moment. Oh, got a nice replacement for Xenagos there, and that is Garrick. So this guy's seeing a lot of play now. I think people were intimidated by how much he costs in terms of getting him out for his mana cost, but these mid-rangey Jund and also some junk decks that were at FNM that night are able to get him out pretty easily. It's good removal, keeping them in the game, and a lot of ramp that just leads to him coming out in most games. So Sean's board looking pretty good. Only the Keratid for Matt, and there's another Xenagos. So you can see how this Jund deck really powers out the threats. Gets that incremental advantage of all those Planeswalker abilities. And at this point, Sean can deal with most creatures just using Garruk's abilities, other Planeswalkers, and he's always got Xenagos creating that one extra Satyr a turn. So, I believe those tokens might be Satyrs, or Garruk tokens, the Beast token. I think that's a Bile Blight on top of Sean's deck. Now, does he kill Obsidat with Grook's ability? And that is what he decides to do. And just to add a little bit more pressure, we've got Chandra, and that's the game. So, move on to game 2. Hopefully both players will keep their 7. I'll take a look at it now. Oop, Sean revealing a little bit of information there. So we see he's got a couple of Elvish Mystics and some Rakdos returns. I think he had 2 Rakdos returns there, so... And he's going to shock in and play a Mystic. So I think he's going to try and rush into a very large Rakdos return. No, not very large, but large enough to deal with Matt's current hand. So not a bad turn to play with Keratid there. But we see Matt has a Thoughtseize in hand, so he'll be able to deal with one of those Rakdos returns. And I'm pretty sure that is the big threat right now. Not much else. So we get a good look at Matt's hand. He has Blood Baron, Advent of the Worm, and 2 other cards, I believe. And a little bit more mana ramping for Sean. I think we'll see that big Rakdos return next turn. It's going to be 5. He sets it off now. And there it is. So there was a Nissa and a Hero's Downfall also in Matt's hand. So some good cards hitting the bin there. And he'll just be playing off the top from here. Of course I should have flipped the top of Matt's deck. I think he'll pick that up in a second. There we go. Just reveals that top card because Sean should have known that information. And Hero's Downfall dealing with Mutavault. So, pretty big hole Matt is in right now. But Sean still needs to find himself a threat. I mean, Rakdos returns were his big hitters in his opening hand. There's a Barblight dealing with both. There's a 2-for-1. It's a nice little 2-for-1 dealing with both those Mystics. So I really want to know if you guys like this speed up. I mean, it's much easier for me to get these videos done earlier in the week if I use the speed up method. And I feel like you do lose some of the suspense, but for people who are pushed for time, who can't sit there and watch a 45-minute episode of one of the rounds, I think this is a lot better setup. So we got... Ooh, that's a new card, but unfortunately Silence the Believers will take care of it. Another giant Rakdos return. So Sean on the mono Rakdos return plan. And we have a Whip of Erebos. So I'll bring that up on screen for you guys to see. Most of you should be aware of Whip now. There are some potential good targets in Matt's graveyard here. He's got that Blood Baron. Already has lifelink, unfortunately. So that's a bit lost there, but getting that extra 4 life could be important. So a course of a mat, slowly stabilizing, getting a little bit of life back. And he whips in the courser, so he almost misplayed, he almost played that land off the top, but he realized he should whip in the courser and then play the land and get 2 life gain of that. So that Underworld Connection's not a bad card here. He does want to start drawing more cards, seeing he's been on the back foot with those Rakdos returns clearing him out. Golgari Charm on top, and was that the it was a Barb Light, so Xenagos again coming in. Let's get rid of that whip. Bring up Xenagos. See if I can make him a little bit bigger so you guys can read that. Well, not quite all that necessary. Hero's Downfall taking care of him. And whipping in the Courser again. So, Nissa making a land a 4/4 creature, I believe, with trample. So you can see this John Planeswalker deck can just pull out a really big threat quite quickly. I mean, you could have nothing big on board, and then all of a sudden you've got a Nissa or you've got Garruk down, and they're creating a lot of creatures. Even Xenagos with its ability to create creatures, and it's just definitely a good deck. Probably see a lot of that towards the end of this standard season. So Blood Baron is on the field. Draws a card with the Underworld Connections. Matt just deciding what to do. And there's a Hero's Downfall on Nissa. And Abrupt Decay. Not many targets for it right now. Not any targets for it right now. So there's a trade there between Blood Baron and the land that Nissa had turned into a 4/4 creature. Matt does gain 4 life there, and he does have the whip to bring it back, get another hit in, gain another 4 life. So it's not all bad right now. So Sean just telling him, tap your lands. In comes Blood Baron. And chump blocked by the Sylvan Keratin. Still a pretty long game, even with the speed up. So you can see how long this would have taken a very long time, and recording those type of games is tough work because unlike the Pro Tour commentators who have access to plenty of player information, deck list information, and just general people in the background getting all the extra information there. Oh, by the way, there was a target for the Abrupt Decay, which was the Underworld Connections. Yeah, they've just got a lot more people working in the background, getting them that extra information. Museum Waters wipes Matt's board. And yeah, so filling the gaps here, a little bit more difficult. Can really only talk about the deck and the player's form as well as I know it. I do spend a lot of every Friday night with these guys, so I know a little bit about them, but not their full deck history. So Nissa goes down, Chandra for Sean. Pretty sweet card. So that 4/4 trampling land. And there's Garrick. As I said, it in the junk and the Jund deck, it finds its way out in most games. Not many people that I've versed who are running it don't get to the right mana. They always get there, and they always manage to find their Garrick. And he really can just turn a game. Kills Xenagos. See what Sean can muster. We have Vraska killing Garrick, so we have a serious Planeswalker battle here, and followed by Garrick. Oh wait, Garrick actually is not killed. Instead, he decides to use Vraska to take down the whip. Golgari Charm dealing with the Elvish Mystic. Alright, and Garrick does take Vraska down instead. So doing kind of a themed Garrick right now. He's killing Planeswalkers left, right, and center. Sean needs to draw something pretty good here, but he doesn't find what he wants. So we're going to game 3. It's been a pretty good game, and a bit of ramp for Sean. Elvish Mystic, just a scry for Matt, and in for 1. Elvish Mystic starting off the beatdown. Thoughtseize. Now, that's not a card you see every day. I'm actually going to have to go have a look at my own stash for that one. It's a nice Gruul card. What do we got? We have, I believe that's Clan Defiance. So, choose one or more, deal X damage to a target creature with flying, or X damage to a creature with, not even or, and a target creature without flying, and X damage to target player. So we already know Sean is playing those Rakdos returns, so a lot of kind of X spell damage out of his deck. Heavy ramp, lots of removal, big Planeswalker threats, and those X spells which can provide kind of a 2-for-1 advantage. Rakdos Return, clearing the hand and dealing the damage. And Clan Defiance, obviously smashing at a flyer, a ground pounder, and potentially a planeswalker or even their life. I mean, very versatile cards when you think about it. And Museum Waters dealing the final blow. Sean wins, and I believe he took out FNM that day, so congratulations, Sean. You may have seen him commenting in these videos. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, leave a comment about, you know, the speed of things if you enjoyed that, and stay tuned for next week's FNM. I'll be filming tomorrow, and you know, hopefully on Monday I'll be able to get these videos out pretty quick, because I think you guys want that. I think you just want to have them all there and be able to watch them in one big go. So I'll get them out as quickly as possible. Thanks for watching.